Welcome to the first episode of the Gym and Tonic Podcast with me, Tim Chase, and today's guest and future co-host, Mr. Chris Kenny. What's going on, Chris?
Hello, Tim. Thank you for the courteous invite, and what an intro that is.
I should say, world champion.
Yeah, just big it up.
Key worker. We should put it all in there.
Key worker, world champion fitness model, future Mr. Olympia, king of plain backgrounds.
At least you haven't got a Game of Thrones one, mate. And look at this.
Oh,
that's
great. This, I'll tell you what, the first time I've worn a t-shirt in about 4 months.
What have you been wearing? Just nothing.
Best.
I'm actually wearing nothing below the t-shirt, mate. You know, it's that.
Oh, good. Yeah, same. Yeah. You've got to get that briefs.
It's the standard Zoom meeting, you know, where you just sit there.
Yeah.
On. Anyway, what have you been up to? Talk to me. What's been going on in the world of Chris over the last week?
Man, last week has been a busy week for me, work-wise. You know, I work for the NHS, so I'm sorting out, I think I've got about 100 hospitals under my little umbrella. They all come to me. They're all like, we need this, we need that, we need this. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. In the meantime, training still. I've had a bit of a crisis. Basically, my gut is bigger than it should be, and I need to sort it out. So, started to up the cardio, reduce the amount I'm eating, and still doing my home workouts with my little epoxy dumbbells. But do what you can do.
Hence why you're on the podcast. So
exactly.
So big thank you to everyone who has tuned in for this. Well, our first ever podcast. I think I've been on one before. Is this your we popping your cherry for your first podcast, Chris?
This is it. This is the debut. I'm nervous. I'm shaking.
You've done YouTube, so
I've done YouTube, yeah.
But yes, for everyone watching, big thank you. I don't even know where to look. There's just too many places to look.
I know. I'm looking here and here.
But yeah, big thank you for watching or for checking us out. Hopefully you've made it to this part of the video. If you have, then I think we've had a success. The whole idea of this Gym and Tonic podcast, as you can tell from the name, it's a little bit of a play on the fact that we're promoting, obviously, the fitness industry, and can we balance this with actually having a social life? So the whole idea behind this podcast was to have a chat, have a different guest on ideally each week. Budget's quite small, so this week we've got Chris.
The budget is tiny.
Yeah, budget's minuscule. And what we want to do is really explore that kind of, where's that happy medium between being shredded, being healthy, living that kind of chicken and broccoli stereotypical gym lifestyle. And on the other side, going out with your friends, working hard, partying hard, drinking, eating McDonald's. Where is that happy balance? And that's kind of what we want to do. And we want to have a laugh with it, but also give you some actual content to take away.
Yeah, exactly. We both kind of lived at either end of the spectrum, so we can kind of talk about each side and then hopefully come in the middle somewhere and give a bit of, real world advice, as I call it.
Yeah, that's what this comes down to, really, that kind of real world advice. And sponsor in there, good.
Right. Just delicately.
Hopefully I'll sponsor the video, mate. So, as you are today's guest, which I didn't tell you about, so welcome. You are today's guest.
Thank you. I'm honoured.
Probably should have given you a little prep talk before this and given you some questions, but just going to put you basically in us. And if the podcast fails, then it's really your fault, mate. I'm afraid.
It's kind of on me, yeah, exactly.
Is it a podcast? It's a video. I mean, is it a video cast? What's it called?
VidPod.
No, hopefully someone can let us know in the comments what on earth this is. I mean, and also just let me know, please, if you know how to get this, the audio onto another platform. What is it, Spotify?
Yeah. That's it. We need Spotify, Castbox, iTunes, all of them.
So yeah, tell us how to do it. So Chris, let's tell the viewers who you are. I'm hoping people may know who I am because this is going to be on my channel. But tell the audience, tell the one person watching this at the moment, who Chris Kenny is, and how you got into fitness, really.
Yeah, Chris Kenny is a 30-year-old male who got into fitness.
It's not a dating website. Loves walks on the beach.
So I got into fitness Just had a pop up there.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a glitch then, mate.
Are we still in?
We're here.
We're in. Good. Yeah, I got into fitness when I was about 23 years old. Basically, before that, I was playing 5-a-side football, 11-a-side football. Classic, tore my cruciate, tore my medial ligament in my right knee. Could have been pro, obviously. No, I couldn't. That was terrible. And then, yeah, it kind of transitioned into, right, what can I do to kind of stop myself playing computer games 24/7? So the gym was the next thing. And for me, actually, it was a bit of a confidence thing, because around that time, I was not very confident with meeting women or going out. Like, you go into bars, clubs. I had a few friends that could just pick up girls like that. I was never, ever like that. I had all these issues, insecurities, and I was like, oh man, what if I was just big and I could just be ripped and jacked? I could get girls all the time.
And how wrong we were with that.
That never happened either. But that was kind of my mindset going in, and I thought, oh, let's give this gym thing a go. I had no idea what I was doing. When I first went to a gym, it was like, what is that? Like a squat rack? I was like, oh, it looks like a good place to do some bicep curls.
So quickly going back before we go on, a little question I just thought of then. So what's your kind of thoughts now then? Back then you thought, to get women or to get men or to get anyone, it doesn't matter, whoever you fancy, to get that person, you thought you had to be big and muscular and ripped. What's your kind of thoughts now? What people are attracted to? Do you think it is that, or do you think now you've realised it's something different?
It's confidence that actually gets you. It opens doors. If you're confident in how you feel, and if you actually like yourself, then that just carries you through. You don't have to be the biggest guy in the room or the most shredded guy or girl. But for me, to get to that stage, I needed to go to the gym to build up a little bit, because I'm not the biggest guy, obviously. But that gave me the kind of, internal confidence to feel like, oh, I can go and talk to this person. I can do this. I can do that. And it kind of helped in my kind of work life as well, because I would put myself out there for like promotions and just be a bit more, willing to do things. Whereas before I was quite shy and, don't want to talk to anyone. And yeah, so I think looking back now, I'd probably tell myself, don't worry about getting huge, because, you're not going to be the biggest guy ever. Just enjoy it, enjoy the process. And then, just have a laugh with it. Because I was quite serious at the start.
Yeah, so really the takeaway for people watching is that the gym is like what is going to help you gain that confidence. Because you're going to see progression in all elements of your life. So especially now, I suppose we're coming out of lockdown, people are probably pretty depressed, and I'm guessing
I'd say so.
The gym may be almost like you were a few years ago.
Definitely, yeah. Because to kind of paint a picture for you, I was very into my gaming on the PC, so I would spend hours and hours in my room. I lived with my parents, and it was all very much, I'd eat junk food all the time. So, going back to what we said earlier about those scales of balance, I was very much at the end of eating rubbish, hardly exercising, not really doing anything in my life, and feeling a bit like crap because of it. So it started to tip the other way. And then, we'll talk more about the competing side in a bit. But yeah, you kind of have to constantly swing on that pendulum, I find, to make sure that you're actually getting to where you want to be. And for me, I was I wouldn't say I was depressed as such, but I was definitely not as happy as I am now.
No, of course. Sorry, I'm busy trying to turn the screen lock off my phone.
You're sitting there like, come on.
Turning off. I've got, some questions that I queued up, obviously, when I prepared this, it's all obviously prepared.
Hours of prep, yeah.
Nothing's winged, but I can't remember how you turn the screen lock off. Any idea where the settings are?
See, I use Android. You've got iPhone, haven't you?
There we go. Auto lock, 30 seconds. There we go. Yeah, mate.
There we go.
But, no, it's locked on. I don't know
where. Android life.
Never mind. It's locked on. Right. So we got to you in the gym. Then where were we?
In the gym.
At the gym.
In the gym. Right. I'd say the first couple of years of training, I had no idea what I was doing. I started doing, do you remember that program, Starting Strength?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Like, do bench, deadlift, squats, like all week, and that's it. So I basically did like a weird version of that to try and build up, you know, a bit of a grounding. And squats became my favorite thing ever, and like it made me have quite good legs, which came back to kind of haunt me on my competing days, but we'll get to that. But yeah, it took me probably a good couple of years, probably until I started to go to the world famous Go Gym in Sutton. And that's where I actually started to train a bit more serious, you know. I started to actually think about what I was eating. Because at first I didn't really care what I was eating, you know. It was like my original kind of meal plan included things like crisps, chocolate, fizzy drinks and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And, you know, it took me years to kind of get the nutrition down. And even today, I still struggle with constantly having a good nutrition, you know, and again, it comes to that balance.
So, I mean, for anyone that doesn't know, me and Chris know each other for years. Goes back through a mutual friend, but then we met again at a gym I ran called Go Gym in Sutton, which is no longer there. But I was there for 8 years, and then Chris was a member, and then we, you know, started having a few sessions together, and obviously started chatting health and fitness. So we had like a bit of a competing journey together.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, we kind of trained towards a show around about 2-3 years ago. I was doing my first show. You were doing about your 45th show.
I've given up counting. What got you into that? What got you into competing? What was the kind of thing that you thought, you know what, I want to take this fitness and I'm going to take it to the extreme, which is what competing is.
That's exactly right, and it is an extreme. For me, it was, I had that void in my life where I'd been playing football at a, you know, it wasn't a high level, but it was competitive, you know, because you're still trying hard, you're trying to win games. And then I didn't really have that anymore. So actually, through what you were doing, because obviously I was seeing you were competing and you were doing really well, and it was all this like, oh my God, he's on stage looking amazing. Then he swore. It was like,
you saw the show reel, the Instagram show reel.
Yeah, exactly.
I can eat a donut and be shredded. You hadn't seen the other side.
Correct. I'd seen the glory, if you like, and I thought, that looks easy, I could do that. No, I thought that looks like a real challenge, and I thought, hey, why not aspire to that? And actually as well, this is so cringe, but Joel Corey, who many of you may know, he competed, I think, about 4 or 5 years ago, and he released like a video on YouTube showing like the meal prep side, all that stuff.
Against me.
Yeah.
It was in my show.
And I saw that video and I thought, well, that actually looks quite all right. I think I could do that. I want to look like that as well. You know, that was the key drive. I wanted to look like you. I wanted to look like him. I wanted to get in the best shape, right?
So we keep mentioning Joel Corey. We can put it in the clickbait. So if I talk about how I competed against Joel Corey in the last show he did and I beat him, we just put that as a clickbait.
That's right. That's it.
I
beat Joel Corey.
I beat him at one place, and I've been doing it a few more years than he had, and I'm a little bit older. So I think if we both carried on, he would have had his revenge. But luckily, he decided to spin some records.
Yeah, and he's doing all right from what I hear.
He's not doing bad, is he really? I still talk to him. He's a good guy and has a crazy physique. So fair play.
Exactly. So that made me want to compete. And I said to myself, do you know what? I think it was about 2016, because I said, I want to compete in 2018, which was 2 years from that point, because I had this timeline in my head thinking I could get stage ready. And yeah, it just kind of took me on a whole different journey, because again, I've never really dieted down. You know, the most I've done was kind of get shredded for a holiday, which was, you know, barely see some abs, and it was like, that'll do, take a photo.
Which is great.
Yeah.
For what we call in the fitness world, like Gen Pop. So for your, I find it a little bit not offensive, but, you know, calling people Gen Pop, but for your normal person that doesn't want to compete and just wants to look good on holiday, then the physique you got in would be what a lot of people would aspire to look like. So we can't take anything away from those mini preps.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a whole different level doing the comp prep. It was just all extreme, you know. It was the first time I'd ever like weighed food, for example. And for what we were doing, we were getting up at 5 o'clock every morning, you know, to be in the gym. Actually earlier than that, we were in the gym for like 5:30.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
Yeah, and again, this goes back to that piece about being really extreme, because everything is dedicated towards competing. You know, relationships go on hold, friendships. You know, you can't go out for meals anymore. You know, you can't go for a drink. You can't really do anything. You've got to stay to your plan, or you simply won't come in good enough.
What was the hardest bit, would you say, about comp prep? And also, before you answer that, what did you compete in? For people that are watching, thinking, what are they talking about competing? Is it boxing? Are we talking wrestling? Are we talking competitive eating? Which I do love doing. What is it that you compete in? What did you compete in? And what was the hardest part of it for you?
Well, Tim, I competed in professional painting walls, as you can see here. No, it was it was competitive. Yeah, it probably does actually. I suppose competitive bodybuilding. I hesitate to say bodybuilding. It was more
physique.
Yeah. Because you know, you think of bodybuilding, you think of the really big guys. I'm not a big guy. So yeah, we'll call it competitive physique. You get up on stage against other people and you basically hit some poses to be judged. And it's all about your condition, your stage presence. So how you carry yourself. Do you have the right poses? Are you showing off the right muscles in the right way? And I think you also get marks on how good your tan is, even though that's completely out of your control. But, you know, that's the other thing.
The original fitness modelling was about, you know, the cover model look. So it was who can best model a pair of, I don't know, well, I won't use any names, but who can best model some underwear? You know, who can best wear a suit? Who can best sell your supplements? And that was really what it was about. And there was that supplement deal at the end of it, was a kind of like carrot dangling there. And now it's more into, like you said, like kind of like miniature bodybuilding, I'd call it. I wouldn't say it's as hard as being a bodybuilder, but the process is very similar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely, you know, because you're still going through that rigmarole of you have to train, you have to eat right, you have to get enough rest, you know, you have to get your poses right. Yeah, I mean, there's all that goes into it.
Hardest bit? Which was the hardest bit?
Hardest bit for me was probably the diet. And I think that's quite a common theme with a lot of competitors, because for me, you know, cutting out all the sweets, all the drinking, crisps, all that kind of stuff, and weighing all my food, like I said, making sure everything's on the button, it was tough, you know. First time round, you know, there was times where I would open the fridge, I would stare at a pack of biscuits for a good, 10 minutes and think, is this worth it? And then, you know, close the door.
Yeah, you do wonder. Well, we've got, I think our next week's guest will go into this a little bit more, because he's going to be making his sort of first ever journey to the stage. And I know I didn't want this podcast to be about competing, but it is nice to just talk about, like I said, the extreme of being shredded, and then the other extreme is being someone sitting on the sofa doing absolutely sod all. So it's nice to, you know, see the extremes, and then we can scale it back to like a real normal person, and they can actually do it a lifestyle rather than just for one show. Would you ever compete again?
Yeah, I think I will, because my last time out on stage, I was a bit disappointed with the results. I felt I looked good, but I felt like I lacked a bit of muscle density. Bit of muscle maturity wasn't quite there. For those of you listening, basically I've not been training that long, really in the correct way to build proper muscle. I mean, originally, before all this crazy lockdown pandemic, I was going to say I was going to compete at the end of 2021. Yeah. But now I'm going to probably push that back to the end of 2022, because I want to, as I say, get more size, more quality muscle. And at the moment, I need to kind of scale it back a bit and just go on a little mini cut, because like I said, I'm a little bit not happy, but
we won't go into that too much, and you'll be able to document your journey, because I know you released you have to tell me what the name was, but you got your journey to the stage, which you did the book about, and also your transformation, which is doing reasonably well. People are buying it, and they're just finding, you know, that kind of inspiration, because they can relate to you, because you're not a bodybuilder, you know, you're something that people think, you know what, if I put my mind to it, I can look like that. But
that's exactly it. Yeah,
people are not going to realize how hard it is, but in theory they could, if they wanted to, you know, get that physique.
Yeah, exactly. It's attainable if you've got the right mindset and you've got the right goal in your head to do it. You know, don't limit yourself and think I can never look like that, because there was a time where, you know, when I first started lifting, I never thought I'd ever step on stage. No way, but it happened, and I'll go on record and say it now. It's going to happen again. I will officially say I will compete again.
And I'm guessing for you, it must really help with that level of confidence again, because it's that next step down the road. So your work must feel like a walk in the park once you've done a diet for like 16 weeks and been on stage.
Yeah. This is exactly it. You know, in my job role, I have to go and do a lot of presentations to a room full of people talking about very boring things. You know, I lead a pretty exciting life. And talking in front of a group of 10, 15 people, it just doesn't faze me. Whereas again, start of my journey, I could never do that. I'd be stuttering, you know, I'd be shaking. It would never happen. But now it's just whatever. You just get on with it.
So my last question for you before we go into the kind of listener questions. So some good questions that came through. And that's a big one about this kind of balance conundrum. And that is, how do you balance this, or rather, how do you juggle or how do you spin so many plates even between working for the NHS full-time, you write, you're a copywriter, you know, you train, you still go out and have a social life, you've got a partner, and competing. I don't know if I said that one already.
Competing's in there as well.
What do you think of competing twice?
I think, competing you've got to kind of take out of it, because that is very isolated, and you do have to, as I say, focus everything on competing. So when that time does come around,
everything else,
then everything else is in the bin. Which,
okay, ignore competing. How do you juggle the rest? A healthy training lifestyle with all these other commitments you've got?
It just becomes habit. You know, you kind of, you know, if I look at the example before lockdown, you know, I'd wake up, I'd go to the gym first thing in the morning, then you get home, you have your first meal, you log on the computer if you're working from home that day, or if you've got to go out, you just, you know, you've got your stuff packed, get on the tube, whatever. And, you know, for me, it's preparation. You have your meals ready to go. So if I'm out and about, I might need 3 meals, for example, because I'll, you know, eat while I'm either on the train or whatever. You have that, you know, you do that, whatever, go to work, you come home, maybe have another meal, you can chill in front of the TV, or if you're going out that night, you know, it all just becomes very rhythmical. I think the key is just to have preparation, you know, prepare your food wherever you can, and that will carry you so far. And that's something that took me a long time to learn.
So what we're saying is then prepare your food in advance, and almost develop a routine, a habit, a lifestyle, you know.
Absolutely.
Make training or walking or whatever it may be, of being active, part of your daily lifestyle, which is that's it.
Make it a habit, you know, and motivation gets you through the door. You know, it's something I spoke about in my book, in the Transformation Blueprint. Motivation.
Put a link in the bio for that book. That might be easier.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I said motivation gets you through the door because you've got a certain aspiration, like, I want to look like that. Let's go, let's work out. But it's the habit that will keep you there. So you need to kind of make it seamlessly into your life. You know, if it feels like a job, if it feels like a chore, you're less likely to continue it. Yeah. So you got to enjoy it, you know, and you will. I think, you know, me personally, I love going to the gym. I love training. I know you do as well. And I think you will get that enjoyment. We have our moments, don't we? But yeah, make it a habit and prepare. Those are the 2 takeaways from my ramblings, I think.
You've stolen one of my top tips for today. It doesn't matter. We can agree. The last question for you. I keep saying last question. Last, I promise. And I just one word or 2 words maybe. Can you have a balance between the shredded lifestyle and the partying lifestyle?
Yes, but you can't be completely shredded, is what I'll say.
You can. Fine, good. That's what we want to hear. So that is a big takeaway, because you can be lean and you can. We've just ruined the whole podcast. We don't even need any episodes now.
That's it. We've done it. 1 episode.
Later. Right.
Bye.
Okay, so And see, my phone keeps turning off, even though it's got my next question. So,
Oh no.
so listener questions, or these are more Instagram questions. Have you got them on your phone, Chris, or do you want me to read them?
I can pull some up if you bear with me. Right.
The first one that I've got, and that was someone wrote this on my Instagram. Basically, they asked me how many calories I burn in a particular workout. It was actually a YouTube video which was awful, so I won't mention it, but it got a lot of views. And someone said, how many calories you burn in that workout? And I just guessed 300 to 400, but I said I don't really track them. And the question was, why don't I track the calories burnt from a workout?
Well, because are you stupid? How can you? I mean, you've got a Fitbit that might do it, but it'll be completely inaccurate. That's my takeaway.
You could. I mean, but I can't think what it's called. I mean, I did this at uni. So someone can put this in the comments again. Where you breathe into I remember the name of Douglas bag. You breathe into a bag, and I think it's indirect calorimetry. I'm going to guess that. Anyway, you breathe out, and then it works out with the exchange of gases as to the fat you're burning and the calories and all that stuff. But again, it's so inaccurate.
It's just so inaccurate, isn't it?
So why do you measure your calories in your workout, Chris?
Hell no. I mean, I would find it impossible because
if you could measure them like with a Fitbit and it's accurate, would you use that?
Probably not. I'd still just go back to the whole calories in, calories out in terms of what I'm eating. As long as I'm in a deficit, if I want to cut, for example, then that's it. If I'm in the surplus because I want to bulk, fine. I'm not really bothered about what I burn in a workout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit annoyed. I'm a bit annoyed you answered it like that because I remember we actually spoke at this question originally, and you just went in the bin. Next question. So you actually gave it some time. I hadn't thought about it. Yeah, no, I mean, it is kind of one of those ones. I don't track calories in a workout because there's 24 hours in a day. And we spoke about this, I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? There's 24 hours in a day, so I could burn 1,000 calories in 1 hour in the gym, but I could go and eat 10 KFC mega buckets. And then
you're going to tip the scales the other way.
Exactly. So probably break the scales as well. Absolutely snap them in half. I need new. I love
KFC.
So I don't track the calories in my workout. I mean, it's a good estimate, but I don't think.
I don't see the point.
My workouts are pretty similar. They're similar length, they're similar volumes. And if you do progressive overload, you can have the same kind of workout each week. So
yeah, exactly.
You should know over the whole 7 days roughly what you're eating each day, the amount of calories you're roughly burning, and I mean, again, we're spoiling the whole podcast here because we're giving away all the nuggets now. But if I'm eating 2,000 calories a day on average and I'm losing weight, then I'm probably burning more than 2,000 calories. I'm assuming.
Right, exactly.
So you can't get bogged down with the numbers. My BMR is this, my total daily any expenditure is this. Yes. I burnt 1,000 in that workout. Therefore, I can eat 1,000 extra calories. Now I've not lost weight, and
just keep it simple.
People message me and go, "I don't know what I'm doing wrong."
Just keep it simple.
You're eating more than you're burning, and there's one way to really test that, and that's using scales, measurements. Anything else on that one, mate?
Yeah, just don't fucking bother.
Oh, you got to pay the fine. That's the first swear word. First swear word. We did so well. So well. How long was that? That was like 35 minutes or something.
That was quite good. Yeah.
Oh, bollocks. Right.
The gloves are off now.
Okay, have you got the next question?
Yes, I think this is directed at me. When did you first realise your career would be in fitness? Were you an above average athlete as a kid? I'll answer this, Tim. This is for me.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. No, I'm sure that's actually directed.
Yeah, it was from, I'll say the name, from on Instagram, Kevin_Clements_Miami. So thank you for the question. I know he does watch my videos, so thank you very much.
South Beach.
To it. Is that the right thing to say? When I was at school, I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to join the army. I wanted to run a leisure centre. I wanted to do so many things, all fitness related. I wanted to be a professional footballer for Man United. Obviously, they were the team to play for at the time. Not anymore. And then I went through uni and I thought, I want to be a nutritionist because I did biochemistry. and I just thought that'd be great. But I obviously was partying too much. Didn't do bad at uni, but then came out the end of it and thought I have no idea what I want to do. Thought I'd be a teacher, and then realised I don't like kids.
Oh, you'd be a good teacher. You'd be a well good teacher.
Yeah, well, I just don't like kids. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then I saw a personal training course, and I thought that sounds good, and almost got sold the dream of being a personal trainer, and I fell for it. I'm not saying personal training is a bad job by any means, because a lot of personal trainers will probably watch this. What I am saying is, when those training providers sell you like a PT course, they sell you a little bit of a skewed vision. They say, oh, you can charge £50 an hour. Imagine doing 8 hours in a day and you can earn X amount. And you're like, yeah, but I've got a client of 6 and a client of 7, and then this one's ill and that one don't turn up. So as much as it's a great job, it was a different to what I was expecting. And I moved into the fitness management role, and now I seem to have gone into sales. And yeah, so that was kind of my route into the fitness world. And here I am. Good. What, 12 years later?
You are doing a podcast with me.
It's gone downhill bad, isn't it?
What happened?
You wait to some of the other questions, mate. It's gone well downhill.
Oh yeah.
Sitting in front of
some corkers.
Game of Thrones thing with my panda top, sweating, so I just did some HIIT.
Oh mate, I'm so hot. I'm not even gonna lie. It's ridiculous.
Do some.
I've got
my. Mate. That's what I've got to put up with here.
Oh, they're pink as well. That's fantastic.
For
those of you listening to audio, Tim's just got some dumbbells on the screen. They're pink and wonderful.
That's a very. If we can get this onto audio, right?
Oh yeah.
So, thank you for the question. Next one. This is from Stuart. So this is going to be next week's guest. So thank you for this. Yeah. So he's never competed before, so he wants to know, for any novices looking to compete, what advice would you give for pre-competition nerves? Do you want to go on this one first?
I was shitting myself before I got on stage. I had so much nervous energy. I couldn't stop moving. I was like jumping up and down. I was like looking around. I was like, yeah. It was just like, I was going through my head. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to forget all my poses. What I will say to you is, kind of embrace it, actually. Go with it. Go with all what you're feeling. Because when you get out on stage and those lights hit you, you can't see anyone in the crowd. That's one thing. I couldn't see anyone ever. So you just go through, right. You know what you're doing. Just do it. Big smile on your face. All that nervous energy you've got, just put it into your poses, hit them tight, and you'll just, have a laugh with it.
Yeah, he's got classic bodybuilding to do. So he's got a routine as well to have some fun with. So
yeah, exactly.
If people don't know what classic bodybuilding is, it's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of that kind of X frame. So it's all these kind of elaborate poses. That wasn't elaborate, but you get the idea. It's not your bodybuilding, just normal poses. It's slightly different ones. I'm probably going to get slated for that pose, but it's vacuums and different type of poses. So for anyone watching this bodybuilder, I apologise. I don't know what bodybuilding. So
you just bullshit it.
So that's it. You might as well turn
Put yourself in a bin.
Yeah. We'll get onto that in a minute. By the way, if we cut off, mate, because I think we've got a 45-minute limit because the budget's so low, I'll just start and then I'll send it to someone to edit it for us.
That's right. We'll
have your profanities. Sorry, I haven't answered my part. So I wasn't nervous for my first show. I'll be honest, I wasn't. And
really?
And the reason I wasn't nervous is because I really enjoyed it. I think it's because I didn't know anyone else who really competed. So for me, it was, I was doing something new. So just making it to the stage, people were like, oh my God, like, that's incredible. Like, you're a top fitness model. I think I got more nervous as I got better and the competition got better. And then, now when I'm competing, I'm thinking, oh my God, like, am I going to place? If I don't win, then I look bad almost, and then I don't win and then I feel gutted. So yeah, I just think the main thing is just enjoy it. Don't put any pressure on yourself at all. The main goal is hitting that stage, and just focus on really beating yourself. As cliche as it sounds, get that photo of your before, and then look at your stage shots. And if you can go into it thinking, I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to get some really good stage shots, develop my confidence, as you said. Which way are you on the screen? That way? Who knows? I'm
on the right for me.
Is that pointing you?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Is that pointing to you?
Yeah. Keep pointing, thinking you're there. So you are. So just enjoy it, and obviously it will develop your confidence and your whole everything and your outlook and your almost like your whole perseverance with everything will just
yeah.
So enjoy it.
Definitely.
Did you have the next one, mate, or not?
I can. Okay, this is from my good friend John Parrish. How to motivate yourself to stick to your routine. So he started trying to prep meals, but he kept like forgetting or getting sidetracked, and the old excuse of, "I'll just this once." So, how do you stick to your routine, basically? Do you want to start?
Wow. Do you know this gentleman? Yeah.
I know this gentleman.
You've
Very
got
well.
an inside scoop on what he gets up to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start if you want. Go for it. Yeah. If you've got.
How did I stick to my routine? I think it's about having an end goal. I think you've got to really be strict for yourself and set a target, whether it's a weight or a certain look, or even something as specific as I need to fit into this suit for this wedding, for example. Have a goal. Because if you don't have a goal, like, again, this is actually something that I've been suffering with during lockdown. I've not really had a goal. So I keep saying, oh, I'm going to lose weight. And then I don't, because I'm just like, oh, who cares? I'll just have another chocolate. I'll have this. I'll have that. So I think it's very important to have an actual strict goal. So I'm just adjusting myself in my seat.
And make it. So you basically stole my answer. I completely bang on. Yeah, which is perfect. I was set a goal and worked to it. Was my my go-to answer for this. And I think it's about those SMART goals. Specific, measurable, all that sort of thing. So
you've read my book.
Yeah, it's in there. So make it a goal that is, specific, like you said, fitting into a suit, and actually setting a time. Because if it's no time, it's I'll start next week. Yeah. And the same as you in lockdown, that's what I've been doing. And I've been messaging a couple of photographers. And I think I'm going to book a shoot for the end of September. I'm just trying to wait because they're getting a little bit busy now. Not because I want the photos, just because I want something to train towards.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. I don't have any holidays on the horizon to get lean for. And they don't motivate me enough, holidays either, to get particularly lean, because I think, I don't really care what I look like. So at least shoot, I don't want to waste money.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So that would be mine. Have you got anything else to add on at all?
I think that's it, really. I think that's it. Get a goal, stick to it, job done.
So for me, the little add-on would be to work back from that date. So let's say you wanted to fit into a suit by, I don't know, December. Let's say little black dress, Christmas, who knows? You're going to see the family for the first time after lockdown, whatever it may be. You want to get a little black dress on, Chris.
Well,
Probably a special K, red dress, whatever it is.
My little number.
Yeah. So you work back from it and think, I've got 4 months, 5 months, whatever it is. And something that I do is I think, right, I had a drink last weekend. I'm not going to drink now until I go to Manchester in 3 weeks' time. So that's the alcohol taken care of. I'll eat clean until I have that almost weekend off or that night off. And I'm breaking down that process. I'm breaking down the goal into either how much weight I'm losing per week or per month, but also into the next 3 weeks, be good.
Yeah.
We're not dogs. We don't need to be rewarded, but to know that you've got 3 weeks of eating clean and training to have a night off, and then you can then
have a reward.
It just makes that if you said, right, I've got to be clean until December, I can't imagine people starting now. They're going to just keep delaying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Next question. We want to do how many whole pickles can you fit in your mouth?
None, because I hate pickles.
You not got any?
No, I'm not eating a pickle. Have you got some?
No. These are the infamous. I'll tell you what. I'll put a link in the description for the challenge of me eating the whole jar of these. You're not joining me, mate.
I'll watch,
mate. They're quite. I've realised you get the little ones, and these are absolute monsters.
Look, if I have one, I'll be sick everywhere. So.
I see smaller ones of these underneath women's beds. These are huge. Look at them, they're alive.
That's too much.
So
you can do it.
Of course, I'm going to do it. I've got to do it for John. This is going to be It's going to be unbelievable viewing. People have watched me eat a jar of these now.
I'll just be in the background. Yeah, go on.
They're going to watch me deep throat a pickle on camera. And then
this is some people's fantasy coming true right now.
But it might be more than one. I mean, I've got the smallest one I can find.
Go on.
Was it say whole pickles? I'm not allowed to chew them.
It says whole pickles. Yes. So in you go. No, you're going to be sick.
We'll get the Death Nut on next time. Have you seen that? The really spicy nut. I've got them in my
Oh,
cupboard.
really? Oh, yeah, we've got to do that.
Right, well, this is going to be fun. So this is going to look all our subscribers.
Shove it in.
Oh, one.
There you go.
I can do another. What viewing?
This is great.
I think so.
If you're listening, Tim has almost put 2 in. He dropped it. In goes the second one. Oh, that's in. You reckon 3? Can you do 3? Yeah, you can do 3. Go on. I think you got 3. Here we go. It's squeezing. It's squeeze. Oh, yeah. And there's where you get your screenshot. 3. 3 whole pickles. Oh, my God. That's it. Out they come.
Perfect.
Well done.
So,
well done.
Actually, pickles is a good one. The reason that I do actually have pickles and eat pickles is because they are epic for when you're dieting.
Are they? Why? They taste awful.
Well, if you like pickle, obviously they've got a lot of sodium, so you will wake up like a water balloon the next day.
Right.
But they've got, in 100 grams, there's 15 calories.
Serious?
100 grams, and that's like a third of that is 15 calories. So
there you go.
45 calories for the whole jar.
So there you go. Top dieting tip: fill your boots, get some pickles.
Get some pickles. I know.
3 in your mouth. Pickles. Can you beat Tim? That is the question.
3 pickles. That's the.
Can you beat 3?
Right. What's next, mate? What's the next question? I've just got pickle juice everywhere.
Here we go. How much weight should I lift? I mean, how long's a bit of string? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, this is good. I know what it means. So this is from a guy I've been speaking to actually on. I'm covered. A guy I've been speaking to on Instagram. As a standalone question, it's a bit ropey because we don't have any direction. But
there you are.
For me, if you're like an experienced gym goer, which is not really many people now because of this silly period of. If you know you're advanced, then I would say you want to be training to failure and through failure. So if, let's say, you're lifting, 8 to 10 reps on, let's use a chest press, for example. I always use chest press so I can demo it on the screen. So if you're using chest press, 8 to 10, you want to be hitting at least 8. And then I would say if you're an advanced lifter, you want to probably be going through that failure as well in at least 1 set of each exercise. So that's me personally. If you've got a spotter, then you can do like a cheat reps, false reps. You can do drop sets. You can do rest pausing. So going through that level of, that failure. And if you're kind of a beginner, so most of us now getting back into the gym, I would say you want to maybe stop slightly shy of technical failure. So technical failure being where you can't get another rep without cheating. Your form or your tempo or anything, changing. So I'd say you want to stop slightly shy of that because you're going to be hell sore the next day. And train to failure and through failure, injuries are going to be pretty impressive.
Just about to say that. You're going to snap your shit up. So don't do it.
You agree with that? Agree with that one? Yeah.
Agree with that one? Yes. So I was looking at the next question as well. That the same guy has got.
Yeah, same guy. So at SOOYESHUN.
Shun.
That's the one.
Is that correct?
That'll do. How much weight should I gain during a bulking phase? Which I think is a very good question. It's a hot topic.
Good question.
Hot topic.
Damn good question. That's much better than your last question. Well done. I've done a lot of bulks, none of which have been very clean, and therefore I've put on a lot of weight. My last bulk, I put on 20 kilos, so I got to about 94 kilos, and I had to cut down for my show, and I got to about 74-ish. So yeah, wasn't good. That was, I would say, too much. I would say probably half that. What would you say to that?
What are you weighing?
I was 94 at the end of my bulk, and I need to be 74.
So that's what, 20 kilos up?
20 kilos, and I think that was a bit too much because I was too fat.
20%-ish? I don't know. I don't know the maths off my head, but...
That's too much maths.
Yeah. So I was 86 at my show, and I've bulked up to about 98, which again, I think was about top end. So I would say if you are competing as a bodybuilder or physique athlete, I think around 10 to 15% body weight would be ideal. So let's say for me, I'm 86. 10% of that is 8.6. So I did the maths earlier.
Yeah.
That would take me to around 10% would be about 94.6. So, and then 15% would be about 98 point something. So from competing at 96, I'm looking to be between 86 competing, 94 to 98 be my top end.
And you'd still be relatively lean, right?
Ish. Still see abs. I wouldn't go more than about that 10%, body weight. So for you,
exactly.
Let's say you're 75 on stage, for example. I would say no more than an extra 7.5 kilos, which probably would still take you 14, 15 weeks to bring it down.
Exactly.
That's for competing. I'd say for anyone who's not competing, personally, I would go for again, I was doing the rough maths earlier, maybe like 5%, 6%. So, 80 kilo man, a bulk would be maybe to 84, 86 kilos. And then they'll strip it back down and they might be about, 82, 83, because you got your bulk and you're trying to put muscle tissue on. So obviously this number's going to go up because your lean muscle tissue is going to go up. So it's a hard question to answer because that weight will be the correct weight for you soon, won't it, when you start putting more muscle tissue on?
Exactly.
So, you need to remember, 5-6 kilos a year muscle tissue is probably realistic.
That'd be
someone
doing well.
Yeah, we're not talking people on sort of PEDs here that could maybe put 20 kilos of muscle tissue on. For your general sort of population that want to put muscle on, maybe 5-6, which would be good.
Yeah, there we go.
Have a fairly decent life as well.
Exactly. Next question.
It's a tough one, next one.
What therapies, if any, help you with training? Rework massage in Sutton. Something I probably neglect.
Gentleman, to be honest, in Sutton.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. I recommend. Shout out.
You didn't?
Yeah, twice.
Oh.
Back when I lived down there, yeah.
Oh, okay. So what massages and I'm giving it away now. What therapies would you get to help you with your training, just general training, not competing, just general training?
Well, we did what we called it was like a full body MOT, and it was literally just working everything from like the legs up and just working out the kinks and the, how do you call it, like the kind of trapped areas. So
you're basically working on areas of scar tissue, areas of that are not mobile.
Exactly, yeah. And it was, for me, it was all kind of around my traps and the shoulder area was quite bunched up and my legs were quite tight. So I was focusing on that. And those, that sort of therapy does help because it loosens you up, helps you actually grow, I find.
Is it quite deep tissue, was it?
That's it, deep tissue massage. Another thing that I've tried once, not with this guy, actually it might have been, it was like, the cups, the hot cups, they kind of like suck up.
What do you think of them?
Yeah, it was cool. It was weird. You kind of walk out with all these like...
Yeah, you've been attacked by animals.
Yeah, you're like, oh God, what's happened? I can't really tell you if it benefited, to be honest with you. It was only a kind of one-off.
After it, the next day?
I did. How did I feel? A bit looser?
I had it on my lats. The next day I trained, the pump was insane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a crazy pump. Where
that's good,
I think they pulled the fascia apart and allowed for extra blood flow. But again, I don't know how much benefit that's doing, but I'm assuming there's going to be an extra delivery of nutrients to the working muscle and an extra flushing of waste.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know Jeremy Buendia, obviously physique competitor. He at the moment is getting a lot of that treatment, like the suction cups. He's always getting these bloody cups done, so they must be doing something.
I mean, hopefully a physio, a masseuse can tell us some more of the benefits, because I know it's definitely to do with helping with sort of blood flow to the problem areas. So I've had the deep tissue a lot. They like a stripping process where they can almost pull your quads apart, which is great for obviously how your legs look.
Yeah.
A lot of work on different muscles that aren't firing properly. So a lot of hip and lumbar problems I have. So they work on, these kind of, that sort of PNF stretching, where you push against them and then it releases.
Yes.
different sort of muscles. What else have I had? Graston technique, which is that metal
blade thing, yeah.
And it's almost like a rolling pin. You're straightening out the fibers so they're running, nice in a nice direction, and the range of movement you get after that session is massive. The problem is you've got to do the work outside of it.
That's it, and that's where I struggle in general.
I've had the electric, I don't know what it's called, where they put pads on.
Stimulates it, doesn't it?
It's incredible. Like you get my chest and my arms lifting up. It's firing every muscle fiber. Like problem there is that you're struggling to fire, even if you're not competing. Someone just wants better posture, you can target areas you can't. You can also train with them as well, which is crazy.
Technology, man.
So I've done a lot. I've had acupuncture.
Yeah, I've tried acupuncture. That was weird. That was a weird sensation.
I think it's all got its place. But yeah, for me, just the full body MOT is definitely the way forward. Getting the tight areas, getting the scar tissue.
Definitely. Cool.
Here we go. So I had breakfast with this man this morning at B3 Fitness London. Lee, a trainer from My PT, which is a gym I run in Croydon. He says, if you had just one choice of cheat meal post-workout, what would it be?
Oh,
So he's talking like if you could just eat anything. I'm assuming he's saying any food and it's not going to affect your physique, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oh, man. For me, a massive dirty burger, I think, with a load of chips and a big milkshake. That would be...
I thought you'd be Cocoa Pops, mate.
Oh, my God. That's a whole nother topic.
Where would you have your burger from? Where are we going? We're going we're going Five Guys.
It might be Black's Burgers,
So Black's Burgers, again, for anyone who's not from the South London area, is a popular burger joint in Epsom, and is it Horsley as well? So
yeah, Horsham or something. Yeah,
Horsham, that'll do. Yes, yeah, big old burgers.
Big one from there with all the chips, and they're massive.
What filling's boring for you, isn't it? Like just
no, I would have your beef. I'd have your fried chicken. I'd have bacon and a bit of fried onion. That'd probably be it. Forget all the veggie. You don't need that.
After workout, so that'd be your choice. I always go for that choice, but today and last week I went out and had brunch. So you think I'm going to be like Avo on toast, but no.
Oh, yeah, it's very posh.
No, pancakes, mate. Like yesterday I had pancakes with bacon, like egg, sausage, hash brown, syrup.
Wow.
I think I'll go down that route, like a big old pancakes and syrup and bacon, and just
good.
All on. And
why not?
Diet Coke, just to balance it out.
Obviously.
And I think that's the last question. I might as well go straight into it because we talked Diet Coke. Last question from @Nick_O_88 is, what is the healthiest alcoholic beverage?
Nothing. Water.
Is there any alcohol in water?
For me personally, I would always lean towards a vodka and some sort of Diet Coke or Diet Red Bull, something like that. And I just... No.
Got vodka, mate. Like 60, 70 calories, I think.
I've done that a few times and I can't handle it anymore. Too old. I think that's...
You're going vodka, yeah? Diet
vodka
Coke.
For me. And you?
Diet Red Bull. Gin and tonic, mate. Gin and slimline tonic, obviously.
See, this is it.
115 calories, mate. Gin and slimline, roughly. Not that I'm counting.
There you go. Not that he's counting. Not that he's done it before.
The only problem with the alcohol is the next day. And also, once you've had one, you think, sod it, I'll have 10. So
exactly. That's
my problem. I tend to be all or nothing, so it depends. But yeah, if you've got to drink and you want to be sociable, then I would go, vodka, diet soda maybe, vodka, Diet Red Bull.
Yeah, some sort of Diet Coke or Diet Red Bull.
Or a gin and slimline tonic, because the normal tonics are crazy sugary. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Mad. So that's all the listener questions. So we're nearly at the end. I have no idea how long we've been going for. We'll probably get our time limit.
4 hours, yeah.
So yeah, the next little segment is our in the bin section. So basically in the bin, room 101, if anyone doesn't know, is we're going to choose something each that we want to basically just get rid of. Just
get rid of.
In. No time.
Get out here.
So it could be quite offensive, so I apologise. We want to throw things into the G&T bin, and the idea behind it is each week I'll choose something, Chris will choose something, the guest will choose something, we'll chuck it on Instagram for a poll, and whichever one you want to throw in the bin, they are the winner, and we'll keep the scoreboard going. I think that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Perfect sense. And this week...
Are you going first this week, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going first. Hell yeah. We're choosing cheese.
You're the guest. Yeah, guest goes first.
Cheese. Get out of there. Get in the bin. Cheese. All cheese. Any kind of cheese.
So that's my one. So that's gone well. Cheers for that, mate.
Well,
so now...
Then it's unanimous.
I want to put it. You've taken it, so I'm going to have to choose something else, but I fancy choosing something like headphones, so then cheese goes in the bin.
Exactly.
But then you'll be 1-0 up.
Maybe we just write it off and say, that's it. Cheese is the baseline. And then next week we start.
Why don't we pick a cheese, and then we will have a cheese. Well, cheese is going in the bin. We've agreed it. Cheese is gone.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, you like cheese. There's no one here to defend it. Cheese is
no.
There's no time for cheese in life.
No time. Get out of here. You don't need it.
I don't know. I think a lot of people like cheese, man. A cheese
ball
is my hell.
Oh, don't. That is why. Why do you need it? Why?
You have it with crackers, which are dry as well.
Oh, it's just you got this disgusting, smelly cheese on a dry-ass cracker. Where's your enjoyment?
So, which cheese do you want to go for, mate? I'm
gonna go Parmesan because that is the smelliest.
Parmesan? No, yeah. That's the only nice one.
No, it smells like feet.
Go for Parmesan. I was thinking of either goat's cheese because that's horrendous. What's that one? Camembert. That's awful.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think I've got it right. Let me just find it for you.
Go on. Is it going to be the one with like the green mold in it?
Huh?
Is it like got the green moldy spots on it?
What is that one called?
I don't know. It's just awful.
I don't know if I can find. I've got to find this quickly. So here it is. I don't know if this isn't the exact one I was talking about because the one I wanted is from Marks and Spencer's. But at Easter they had the cheese eggs.
Oh.
So it was an egg this big, just made of cheese.
So you look at it and think, oh, lovely bit of white chocolate.
So that would be mine. But right, if you're going for Parmesan, which one has got the green in? It's not Gorgonzola, is it? Or
I've got no idea. I don't know what cheese is. I know Red Leicester and Parmesan and halloumi.
I'll go. Yeah, halloumi's all right. I'll go.
Halloumi's good.
Or goat's cheese. Oh. I'll go Camembert because that's horrendous. Horrendous. And what are you going, Parmesan?
Parmesan because it's feet.
So comment below which one you hate more.
Yeah. And there will be a poll.
Which one you prefer? Don't comment with that. So
yeah, we don't care. We all know what you like.
Really? No, don't put Parmesan. Put. How much have we had to drink? How many pickles? Don't put Parmesan. That's Chris's.
Put Parmesan. It smells like feet. And there you go.
Now, what did I say? On cheddar. Oh God. What did I say? Not halloumi. No.
Camembert. What did you say? Camembert.
Yeah. So put Camembert if you want to support me, and you want Camembert to be thrown in the bin for good, and we're going to make this happen. And Parmesan if you be on Team Chris for putting Parmesan.
Parmesan feet.
Like a date in Italian. How is this going to work?
Oh yeah. Damn.
Right.
Trouble. So
that's it. So we'll get the official scoreboard after this one. Right. So last couple of bits, we have our big five. I'll put some music in this bit, mate. Dun, dun, dun. So what we want to do is ask every guest 5 really important questions. And hopefully we'll change these because I think these are pretty crap. So you're the guest, Chris. This is the second to last, even our last segment. And question number 1. What is your favourite alcoholic drink? Not the healthiest, your favourite.
This is going to get me absolutely slaughtered in the comments. Strawberry daiquiri. I love it.
Is that the frozen slush puppy?
Oh yeah, it is. And oh man, on a hot day,
is it better than buying a slush puppy with vodka in? You know, like you can.
it's about the same.
Well, that sounds strawberry daiquiri, not so
Nice.
slush puppy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, favorite food. Well, I think we've already had this. So,
Favorite food. It'll be, as I said, the burger, chips.
Favorite healthy food. We'll change it.
Does steak count?
Yeah, it's healthy. Good.
Yeah, steak.
How do you like it cooked? This could be the end of the podcast for you.
I like it medium well. Right. Greeted by silence.
We'll be doing an interview for the next co-host on the next one. If anyone wants to apply, please drop me a message.
Application's open.
Yeah, for the next co-host.
Wait, would you have your steak then? What's yours?
I was a medium rare guy, but it started making me feel a little bit sick because they were coming out literally bleeding.
So what are you now then?
I just got a medium now because do you know what? Some good steaks. Yeah, to be fair, I don't know. Yeah, similar. All right, you win. Favorite body part, favorite exercise to train, favorite thing to do in the gym, apart from tweet or text or.
Yeah, apart from go to the water fountain and drink my BCAAs. It is back. Anything back. I love it. I love the pump. I love feeling my lats flaring. Yeah, man. Back day, all day long. A lat pull down for me. Lat pull down, yeah. That's the one.
Cool. Number 4. What is your dream job? If you could do any job in the world, what would it be?
Oh, any job in the world, I would say footballer. You know, because let's just go into the world of dreamland. Because I love playing football, or professional writer, as in with millions and millions and millions of books sold every day.
Would you still, if you were making millions and millions out of book sales, I'm trying to think of someone. Name an author.
J.K. Rowling. Let's say J.K. Rowling. Yeah.
Would you still continue to write? Do you reckon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I love it. I love writing. Honestly, it's ever since I was a kid, just writing any old random crap that comes into my head.
It is the reason you're the co-host, because someone that writes for a living is obviously a good addition, because
we'll see after this show.
We're going to have some weird words that I'm going to be like, what?
I might be off the show after this.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping you're going to write the script for the next one, because this is my ropey script, mate. My ropey question. Yeah. That we still haven't. I don't know how we haven't run out of time, but never mind. Probably won't record.
Never mind, yeah.
Please tell me you press record on your end.
I think so. Well, it says recording, so.
Oh, yeah, don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to leave it as that for a moment.
Leave it.
And the last question is, what is your favourite genre or type of music to train to?
Man, probably like heavy metal or probably. I mean, I kind of flip between like drum and bass, fast tempo kind of stuff, or heavy metal. It really depends on my mood on the day. But yeah, loud.
Nice. And then we're gonna, we had this idea, didn't we? Let's start a gin and tonic playlist. A gin and tonic playlist. Sorry.
Gym and tonic.
One of those. We're gonna start a playlist. So we're thinking, get every guest to give a couple of songs.
Hell yeah.
Have you got 2 songs you want to add this week, or do you want to wait till next week?
I've got 2 songs. Don't worry, I've got 2 songs.
You write these down.
So I've written them down. I'll send it to you. First one.
This will be on Spotify, by the way, guys and girls. When I've got round to it, probably in a couple of weeks when we have some more songs, we'll have a G&T playlist, training playlist. That'd be cool.
There you go. And the gyms will be open. So there you go. You can train and listen. Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Yep.
And Left Behind by Slipknot. So they're quite loud, metally.
I won't play them because they probably shut us down for.
Yeah, no, you will get done for copyright, and
we'll get those too. Yeah, I like my heavy metal as well, and when I'm training, so I won't do my answers this week. I'll leave them for when we've got no guests.
Oh, the suspense!
But I have 2 songs on just for you. So my 3 favourite groups, artists, whatever you want to call them, mainly for training, is Pendulum, Chase and Status, and Linkin Park.
Yep.
I'm going to go straight down the middle with the last 2. Just normal. Straight down the middle tunes. So Linkin Park, I'm going for Faint.
Ooh,
so
good choice.
Quite hard.
Yeah.
And Chasing Status, most of their songs are a little bit slow to start with, so I'm going to go for end credits. So they're my two.
Nice.
I won't sing them.
No, I was going to say, don't.
Drugs in my veins.
Very good, very good.
Living Panda, but it won't be by designer. Cool. So this is the end, Chris. We made it. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Last question. I want to ask every guest this, and it is: what is your top tip for living a healthy and happy life?
Don't sweat the small stuff. If you want to have a meal out with a partner, friends, whatever, just do it. Doesn't matter, you know. You can still be lean. You can still enjoy yourself. Just don't get stuck in your head. That's all I can say on it. Nice,
like that. We'll make a list. We'll compile a list as well as these of the top tips, because I think we could give this away, you know, as to people.
Exactly.
So I'll give my one today, because obviously we'll get the guests going forward to do it. So you said my one earlier, and that was just plan ahead. Just plan it. Plan ahead. Whether it's your social life, your eating, your training, it doesn't matter how stupid it is. Get your diary open. I say this to everyone, and just plan. Like tomorrow, I'm working 9 till 6, so I'm going to train at 7 a.m. That means tonight I've got to sort my food out, you know. And then tomorrow evening, am I going to chill out and watch TV? As stupid as it sounds, if you plan ahead, you're going to be happy, really, and also healthy. Because the sessions and your food, you're not going to be reaching for the bar of chocolate because you haven't got any food in the cupboard.
Exactly.
Cool. Anything else you want to add at all?
No, by the time this goes out, hopefully you'll be in the gyms, people, and enjoying yourself, staying safe.
Yeah.
And man, getting your workouts done.
It'll be Sunday morning. So, thanks for watching the first ever episode of the Gym and Playlist with myself, Tim Chase, and this man here,
Chris Kenny.
So thanks for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. It will do us a massive favour. Share if you want to as well with anyone you think this might help or resonate with. And comment below, definitely comment with whatever cheese I said it was, camembert.
Yeah, Parmesan.
Comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, people, because it will do us a massive favour.
Yes,
and we might be able to get a sponsor at last rather than just nothing. Yeah, just eating pickles and drinking rain. Yeah, hit us up, Miss Ellswood. Hit us up.
Hit us up right there.
Anyway, thank you so much, Chris, for coming on the first ever episode.
My pleasure.
And you've passed the test. We'll see you next week.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Have a great week, people, and we will see you next time. Bye.